Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Travel, your tourist segment, which today takes you to the great African island of Madagascar. No one can remain insensitive to the majestic Baobab Alley surrounded by a dozen 30-meter-high trees. More than 800 years old, these baobabs, known as Renaya, which in Malagasy means mother of the forest, are a major tourist attraction in the country. They come from the dense tropical forest that once flourished in Madagascar, but now have disappeared. We'll also find the baobab in love. Its originality and beauty arouses curiosity and admiration. Its atypical form is at the origin of its name. The tree is in fact divided in two and wraps around itself, showing the image of two intertwined lovers. The landscape is now dry and bushy, but the growing populations have decided to preserve the baobabs both out of respect and for their value as a source of food and building materials. But space is not a national park, or at least not yet, which sometimes exposes it to the threat of deforestation, rice-field pollution, sugarcane plantations, and bushfires. In the past, the site even lacked visitor center, but everything seems to have changed since local authorities, in partnership with Menabe, an NGO working for the protection of the environment in the country, launched an eco-tourism program to preserve the site and train local communities so that they can live off the resources generated by tourism. Joining us on the line is Ambria Manama-Kiana, Executive Director of Menabe Global. Hello and thank you for joining us.
Your
NGO has launched a project to conserve the Baobab Alley sites and improve economic conditions for the local community.
On the Baobab Alley, it must be understood that it started in 2005, and there were 35 hectares of rice field that were placed at the level of baobab roots that caused the disappearance of 7 others. So in 2010, we started to exchange with the committees in charge of baobab management, and it was there that we decided to set up a temporary protected area. Since then, the rice fields have been moved, and only then have we been able to focus on developing infrastructure in the area, facilitating access to drinking water, as well as offering training in terms of community capacity building. For us, it's not a project. It's a program over several generations, since change does not occur in a few years. So the important thing for us is to improve the situation in the area from day to day without necessarily changing the culture or having a negative impact on the baobabs.
At the beginning, the site did not have a visitor site. Is this still the case?
For the past year, beyond the reception center, we have had 10 kiosks where people can sell their crops, basketry, and on the other side, there's an information center. There's also a small shop where you can buy other souvenir items, and also a catering area and toilets that were not available before. And now for phase 2, our objective is to have offices for school authorities.
Pour la phase 2, notre objectif, c'est d'avoir des bureaux pour les autorités dans la zone également, des écoles.
Thank you very much. That was Ambria Manama-Kiana, Executive Director of Menabe Global, an NGO working in ecotourism. A healthy activity indeed, because Madagascar is the homeland of baobabs on the continent. 6 of the 9 species found in the world are present on the big island. The intimidating tree can be more than 7 meters in diameter and lives for more than 1,500 years.